All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is raisecredit.com. This is actually the credit hour. You get to spend time with me. Isn't that fun? I love spending time with me. All right, why? Because I don't usually like anybody else. Isn't that fun? All right, because most people, they're a bunch of turds. Is that true? It could be. You never know. So let's have some fun today. All right, let's have some fun on the credit hour as we do this. It's very simple what we get to do. And I'm getting these pop-ups. Isn't that fun when this happens to me? So, sponsored by RaiseCredit.com. Ultimate Goal. It's live. Wow, I love that. I don't like pre-recorded crap, to be honest with you. I like my classes on Saturday. Been doing them for 44 years. Having fun helping people all the time. So keep in mind, what we're going to do is help you. But again, tablet, pen, write it down. Get it here. No pictures, no recording. As we do this, we have to focus on you. I want you to focus on a couple things. Are you doing what you want to do? Did you have to go work in this world and survive or pay the bills or support your family? So let's focus on you this year. Let's go from here. Let's do this. How about if you could be a corporate millionaire? Rich and famous people get millions of dollars all the time and they get to play the game and go blah, blah, blah. And they don't pay tax like most of you because what they're going to do is have fun. So let's understand as we play the game, it's not hard to do as we basically structure. So let's remember today. All right, corporation. But that means you, 2022, you're going to have to focus on a corporation, the right type, and 3 divisions. You see, I want you to focus on something. You brought the pain home because you didn't know how to play the game. You all did it. The reality is you were told to be sheep and ducks. We'll talk about that too. But I want you to get a bunch of corporate credit today. See, this credit is free money as far as I'm concerned. See, I can build $1 million of credit faster than you can make $1 million. I get to write off the interest rate in the credit card. That's the ultimate goal. Ultimate goal is very simple. So we get corporate credit, write off the interest rate in the credit card. All right, that free money. We finance the dream. So the bottom line is if you want to get that from me, let me know. I'll build you up. Steps today is very simple. Steps to millionaire. All right. Now, Ray, Eric, everything I say, it's typing it. You know that, right? Okay. All right. See, that's live. I got to ask questions to IT as well. So if we look at 25 steps, could you follow along? Literally, could you? Could you follow and do what I ask you to do? All right. The main thing is 25 steps to get you started. Repackaging your whole life to millionaire. So most people are procrastinators. Sorry, half the people in the world are lazy. They wanted a free ride. Getting past go, all right, getting stuck, being a procrastinator. No. Your assignment today is get up tomorrow morning at 2:25. That's right, I do it every day since I was 2.5 years old. At least get up an hour earlier, find some private time to go get what you want. Now, my programs at the end of the day become free. That means I'm going to give you 100% to 10 times your money back. All right, and the bottom line is very simple. Personal business credit. So again, corporation, 3 divisions for the ones who want to get to millionaire status. But then we're going to look at that corporate credit again because it's fun. All right, see, you've been trying to get to millionaire status for a long time. Look at your age today. Look at the past, all the mistakes that were made. Between now and the next 50 years, we're all going to be dead anyway. So we got to make it for our family too. Ultimate goal is going to be up to you. As we focus today, let's write down 3 things. See it, believe it, go get it. Please write that down. See it, believe it, go get it. Now, at the house, for instance, let's say you're chasing the deposit to get into a house. If you can't do that, I'll show you how to get the house right away. Next, your car. A car should be fleet price tax ID. Okay? Car should be fleet price tax ID in division. I'm sorry to tell you, your car today is registered to you. That's why you hear that noise when you drive it all the time going quack, quack, you're a duck, you're a duck. You see, the lawsuits, the number 1 in the world today are car bumpity bumps. Next thing we got to focus on money. Most of you get money and what do? You kind of waste it away. That means when you're broke, you got nothing besides what? I want you to learn how to leverage money into more money. Next, you might even think about a franchise. See, the problem about a franchise or some kind of making money, you're going to retire eventually, right? But when you retire, remember one thing, the bills don't go away. After you spend all the money in retirement and then you're broke, you go live with your kids. Well, that might suck too. I'll tell you what, if you borrow against it, you never pay tax. I can teach you how to basically retire, never pay tax again, and live like kings and queens if you want to. Now, the goal is to get you a 750 score. I want you to see it, believe it, and go get it. Everything you want. 90 days gets you in the right direction. I might take 6 months to a year to rebuild you. It also depends if you follow through too. You got to be part of this program. Ultimate goal. Now, here's if you don't have a house, you want to get one. This is what I did after my coma. This company here let me pick the house that I wanted because I put my credit score back to an 820. Bottom line is they paid $850,000 for a house. They converted it and offered it to me as basically a mortgage within 12 months. So if you want, take a picture of this page, clickety-click. All right, they got $150 million in the bank and houses in their inventory too. Ultimate goes up to you. Now, my journey was very simple. I was born in a taxi, okay? My mother was 15 and a half years old, and she's born into the rich and famous people, which I got to restrain her. I can't even tell you who it is because they're worth billions. You use their products in your house every day. But again, she put me in the trash can outside Gardena Hospital. Put 2 notes there and told the people in the emergency, hey, there's a baby in the trash can. And she ran away. Isn't that nice? See, she wanted a little girl. I'm a boy. I got a wee-wee. She threw me away in the trash, too. She even gave me a girl's name. Do you know what it's like going to school in Torrance, Watts, Hawthorne, and Carson with the friggin' girl's name? You gotta kick ass heads. Okay. Ray Reynolds, the Credit Hour. How can I help you? Okay. You went to my show last week. Okay. All right. So what can I do for today? You want to get into the program. Well, which one you want to get into? I don't really try to do the sales. I have a team of people that do that too. Okay. So you want to get into the million in the making. No problem. Well, why don't you write down the phone number, 800-510-3338. Ask for Brenda. Give her a call and say, I just told you to do that when you're on that webinar with me. Okay? Have a blessed day. All right. So now, bottom line is this. All right, I was lucky while I was being used and abused as a kid. I learned to read as a kid. Well, when I learned to read, I learned to memorize things. A book, I'd say, what's this, what's this? And I memorized the word before I learned to spell it. Your journey today can begin with me. So I didn't like being homeless. I didn't like being used and abused. I brought in my first 100,000, a million, and double billion by the time I was 26. How am I doing so far? Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, used to put me in the grocery store trash can behind the grocery store, maybe get the food and fed it to me. She was a she-devil from hell. So the reality is she dropped me off at the pier every morning at 6:30, 3 to 9.5 years old too. But I started my first little business, selling seeds, clackers, and mowing yards. So let's understand today. I'm going to give you a personal guarantee in writing down on the webinar too. Ultimate goal is going to be up to you. So let's get you to a 750. Let's build a corporation to the $1 million dream. Now, here's what I do for people all the time. This one was done on literally 2/22/022, a 757. Not hard to do as long as you follow the rules and tools. So today, write down today's date, please. Write down today's date. Ultimate goal is very simple. I want you to project 90 working days. Ultimate goals for you. See, I always believe when you start a goal, you write it down, you project 90 days to get your mind set around it and go chase the dream. Now, I think most people, when they talk about money or YouTube or, Google and all this stuff, they're talking about making money. I think most people are full of crap. Okay? See, I'm from Show Me State. I'll show you the mansions and all the goodies, but I'll teach you how to go get yours too. Doesn't matter if it's the mansion there, the yachts in the backyard, the Lamborghini in the building too. You got the ability to change your life if you want to. Ultimate goal as you do this today. So you got 800-536-3216. You can call that right away too. Been helping people like you for 40 plus years. Now I forgot something today. I get my earpieces instead of holding up the phone. So give me a second. That way you know it's live anyway. It's kind of fun. So, understand something today. If you have a corporation, all right, what are you doing with it? I would tell you flat out, 9 out of 10 people, they say statistically get a corporation, they do nothing the next day. They sit there going, it's about it. If you don't have a $100,000 card, $1 million card to your corporation, it's like, what the heck you been doing? As we basically break down the 25 steps today. First of all, don't waste any more time. Get up early every day. Let's go see it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal. The next thing we get to do. In 2009, I didn't know I was going to be in a coma. I didn't know I was going to die. Get a chance to come back and help you. I was having fun helping people. I took one of my yachts in my backyard. Where do you park yours? We took it, and people from the school and the church. What's the fireworks? Next day, I'm there in a coma, and I died at 5:41. When I had to prove I wasn't dead, my credit report said deceased. That kind of sucked too, but oh well. What can I say? I got a choice to stay in peace or go back. So as I talk about getting past go, I'll show you the Lamborghinis, I'll show you the Duffys, I'll show you the mansions, I'll show you how I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet. And every time I hear some ding-dong say white men can't jump, give me a break. I hold the record to the day. White men do jump, just too many people say we don't. So the next thing is very simple. How about the yachts in the backyard and the race boats? How about my helicopter? How about the yachts? How about even the Ferraris too? So I want you to get to Ray's rules and know how to play the game. Now this information is a gift from God. He gave it to me to give you. I hope you pay attention today. Ultimate goal, you bring the pain home time after time again because you don't know how to play. It's just the truth. So as we play the game, I want you to remember something. I will rebuild your credit. I will not do credit repair because that's a ripoff. Credit repair is fraud. Look it up at the Federal Trade Commission. It'll tell you fraud. You have to rebuild your credit. It's not broken. They'll tell you credit repair companies aren't allowed to collect money up front, but they do it every day. And all they do is write silly letters, not mine kind of late kind of crap. So we're going to rebuild you. You're going to learn the truth. They will set you free. Now, getting to know me, not hard to do. I've been doing this for 44 years. My class is online on Saturday or live, always, like live today too. So you're stuck with me. What you might want to do is Google Credit Services Act. Get a copy of the page I just showed you from the Federal Trade Commission. It'll tell you flat out, even basically the Credit Repair Organization Act says attorneys can't do credit repair. But the bottom line is, you and I should build a relationship as we build the dream. Ultimate goal is simple. Now, like I said, there's 1,000 steps to go get it. Today, let's give you the first 25 steps to get you started. First thing we have to do. Ray Reynolds, Credit Hour, how can I help you? You have a corporation. No, you don't have a corp. You have an LLC. Okay. Can I ask you a question? Okay. Oh, you have a question for me first. Okay. Then ask away. Okay. Can I build cash credit to the LLC you have? Yes. How long does it take? Well, first I have to do is qualify you as a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. So I got to get your personal credit going up to the 700, 750 and build that up and then build the corporate credit. As an affiliate, I'll use my history to pop you cards up to $1 million. But again, based on up to that. Okay, now can I ask my question? Okay, thank you. All right, you said LLC, you don't have a corp. Do you understand what LLC stands for? Limited Liability Corporation. There are 6 types. You have a corp, sir. But the reality is, did you get an LLC because someone told you to? Okay, there's better ways, but again, we can build that one too. So, at the end of the day, okay, what other questions? All right, it's 2 years old. Okay, is it in good standing? Did you pay your state fees? No. Well, you might want to find out if it's any good first. It might not be good at all. So again, that's going to be up to you. Why don't you call one of my specialists at the office? It's 800-510-3338. Or you ask for Len. Okay, she's known me for about 20 years too. So have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon. So our steps are, let's get our credit reports. Let's look at what's really there. Let's order it from rescoring.com. Ultimate goal, we'll tear it apart for you. Step number 1. The next thing is, I need you to pull out your Social Security card. That's right. Come on, ladies. It's in your purse. Gentlemen, it's in your back pocket and your wallet, too. Pull it out. You got to go back to basics. See, we were told as kids, as sheep, go get an SSN. We did that, too. By the way, your Social Security card, it's in your hand right now if it is. It says do not laminate. Don't use for ID purposes. It's not even yours. It's property of Social Administration, not you. So you got it to get that first job. You created your first 1040 tax return. Isn't that fun? But then the reality is you should learn how to play right out of high school. Step number 2. Ultimate goal, I give you a statement of guarantee. Statement of guarantee is very simple. Half the page is in red ink. Get your loan, basically your loan to value, everything else, debt to ratio below 30%. It's 25, 29%. No new accounts, no new inquiries. Don't screw up what I'm going to do for you. All right, we're not here to play push me, pull me. Okay, if you don't follow through, then you're out of the program. But that's on you. Ultimate goal, 90 working days to get you on again and again. A case could take up to 180 days. Step 3, Gerald took me on 14 months. He was kind of slow getting things done too. So when we rebuild credit, we have 12 acts to look at. Going to the creditor or the credit bureau. Now, if you got a debt and it's not charged off for debt, you might have to pay it. All right, or negotiate it too. Next thing is you might have to take in small claims. All right, that way you can fight back too if you want to. Ultimate goal is very simple. As we rebuild you. Now, years ago, you should write down the name Harold Stokes. He was my mentor, one of my professors a long time ago. And Ken Yarborough. Ken, he was security chief at TOW in Hesperia. Okay, and I'm the one who trained him. So let's understand how to play. I came up with a process, or literally called rapid scoring for mortgage people, because real estate agents and brokers and loan people were just, can I say, stupid? I mean, when they say 40 to 50%, that's crap. It's always been 29%. So when someone's in escrow and they find out their debt to ratio, blah, 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 to get a good loan, they got to bring it down. That's rapid scoring. Now, I invented something called rapid refresh because I have to block certain things, push the scores up again. This is a client. She was part of Lexington Law and CreditRepair.com. 2 years. They showed her she had a 700 score. Got in escrow. She had a 547. Okay, whatever they showed her, who knows what it was. Literally, she's crying, she's upset, she needs her score to go up, or she has to lose her deposit on the house. Well, 45 days, as you can see, I got her 157 points. That's what I want to do for all of you if I can. Ultimate goal is simple. So here's a 651 to a 791. All right, literally 132 points. Here is a bankruptcy rebuild. Here is a car payment late, still getting $3,000. So I want you to write down rapid refresh. All right, it's where it takes 40 to 200 points to get your score go up, and away, as long as you're not screwing it up. I usually charge $4.99 for a rapid refresh. Okay, it's a Zelle. So get familiar with Zelle. All banks and credit companies use Zelle, credit unions. I am the recipient. That's Ray Reynolds. That's me. From there, instead of a phone number, it's an email, ray@rayscredit.com. And then you just send money. See, I don't really want you to use your credit cards. There's too much hacking and all that crap. Transferring money's faster and it's easier and it's more safe. But again, if I'm going to rebuild your credit and do a rapid rescore, the office tends to charge you $998. That's a good price. But on this hotline, this hour, I give you half price. Now remember, one of the classes on Saturday is free for you too. All right, 90 working days, 180 days at the most. I want to give you a $1,000 cash card. Is that okay? I want you to realize I'm going to charge you $4.99. I'm going to double your money back to give you $1,000. I'm going to guarantee you a 750 score in writing, and that is a broadcast price for you. All right, and there's the card I'm going to get you for $1,000. So as you do this, remember, it's a Zelle. Take a picture of Zelle today to get to know me. Next thing is, if you have referrals, I'll Zelle you back money, up to 10%. I got people going to make up to $1,000 a day if you want to, but that's up to you. When they Zelle, just tell them to put your name on the message. That way you know you're going to get paid, and it's connected to you. Now, as we play the game, all right, I have free classes on Saturday, like this one too. You can always tell them to go to rayscredit.com classes. So you have a 7 o'clock goal setting. You got a 9 o'clock financial freedom. You got a 1 o'clock educationalization. My goal is to change the world before I die again permanently. So if I can help everyone make up to $1,000 a day, I'd like to do that too. You're going to get 100% to 10 times your money back. Personal business credit. Now, here's a problem. You're getting all those robocalls, right? You get a lot of junk mail. Sorry, you did it to yourself. Hey, your electric bill sells you. Your mortgage company sells you. The Secretary of State sells you too. And the bottom line is, if you want to call 888-567-8688, you can opt out for 5 years to a lifetime and get off the national mailing list. But that's up to you. Maybe you like all that harassment on the phone. Step number 4. So as we play the game, our ultimate goal is to plan the problem. You see, today, if you would have learned this stuff out of high school, you would have never brought the pain home. I was lucky while I'm being used and abused. I learned it at 9.5. So plan the problem. Because you're going to tell me your friend, family member, someone took away and knock you down too. Ray Reynolds, the Credit Hour. How can I help you? All right. So you've been with creditrepair.com for 2 years. Fantastic. Can I laugh now or I laugh after you're done talking to me? Okay. Well, how much money have you pissed away? Literally. Add it up. Okay. I mean, your score's a 590. Now I'm going to really laugh. Okay, because the problem is there's so many things you have to do part of your program too. Debt to ratio, know what needs to be done, rapid rescore, and all the things. So if I was you, I would go online, Federal Trade Commission, file a complaint federally, all right, against them. Get all your money back by calling your bank and say, I need to reverse because I have a fraud here. Look on the Better Business Bureau. They have 4 government agencies chasing them. They have 983 complaints today. But, you know, I'm not going to toot the Better Business Bureau's horn. I sued them in 79 and they're a fraud too. So, again, you might want to just sign up with one of our specialists today. 800-510-3338. But that's up to you. Have a blessed day. Now, let's go back to safety credit. Could you imagine? The thing that's happening to you in your credit is you. You're the one who keeps screwing it up. Congratulations. Own the responsibility. Safety credit, every card in your pocket, sticky. Why? Because you got to remind yourself when you whip out that card, you're going to screw it up. I'm going to show you the rules and tools that I gave Yarborough 39 years ago. Pay attention today. Next, we have to write down line of defense. The line of defense, your city, Chase, B of A, Wells Fargo, and grocery stores. They shut down locations. They suck out the assets. They sell it. They file a bankruptcy. Our government goes, good job for screwing up. You bring the pain home and go, boo-hoo. It's time to stop the, all right? Remember something. This is where the loan people, credit, and the real estate agents, the hostess, should learn to play. 0 to 29% is green. It's never been 40 to 50%. I don't know who taught them that silliness. 30 is yellow. 50 is red. That's the truth. It will set you free. So we got to put a sticky behind our card so we don't screw it up. And you don't want to bring the pain home ever again, do you? Because it's no fun. So that's step number 5. You got 20 more to go today. And again, you can call 800-536-3216. It's live. Now, there's 2 people that had something. Let's see what they had to ask. All right, online too. Okay. Can you go through the steps of setting, all right, a division? No. You go to the division class for that. You go into level 1 in setup. Okay? Again, I'm free on most things, but the reality is there are certain things I do. Remember, I established the Ray Reynolds University 44 years ago. The president of that is my 8-year-old son. He's going to be 9, but he's a genius too. So the process of divisions, I got a class this weekend. Go to the class. Okay, then you show divisions, subdivisions, and daisy chaining. Okay? So the reality is that's nice. All right, let's see what we got this one say. I want to know if I should refinance my installment loan. Please advise. I don't know enough about what you're trying to do. Okay, is it a personal loan? If it is, why would you have it on you? Did you do that loan to get for the corporation or you? See, here's the problem. Okay? Until you do this right, you're all going to bring the damn pain home. It's simple. Okay? Until you understand money, leveraging, SSNS is for, you're going to still make the mistakes. Just like when you talk to CPAs and attorney, and I'll challenge them all. I got a total recall. And I went to all that too. We got 3 PhDs and a master's and blah, blah, blah. You learn by doing your job, by doing your damn job. All right? They're going to take your money and sit there going, beep, 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 beep. It's about it. So I don't know enough about you, about your installment loan. Well, it was for business. Why would you do it under you? Okay? Again, it's based on how you're trying to structure. Okay, if you're a client, they're going to analyze you and we'll know more about that. If not, get to be a client. That's not hard to do. Now let's talk about another mistake most of you make because you're real estate agents and loan brokers. I don't want to pick on them, but when they talk about this 40 to 50%, blah, 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 it's crap. And then when they make you both be on the loan for the house, God made us one, separate. Don't you ever put two people on a damn loan of a house. That's called stupidity. She screws up, he screwed up, he screws up, she screws up. I mean, come on. You're allowed to use stated income with all of you. Compiled income. No more loan to value problem because that's ridiculous. Now your car, that's where you really screwed up. Every 22 miles on a freeway, there's a bumpity bump. Then you see the billboards of the bloodsucker attorneys. You got 44 of those every day on TV. You see, the problem is when they do a lawsuit, they have to name the registered owner, which is you. Quack, 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 I'm a duck, I'm a duck. Your car should be fleet price tax ID division. Write it down. All right, that way you don't be a duck. Now, what most people do when they have a problem, an emergency, or lose their job, you know what they do? They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they go jack up their personal credit and screw it up some more. It doesn't make any sense to me. So we're going to make sure you know how not to bring the pain home. Now, let's pretend today you need $5,000 now. What are you going to do? Go call the bank, ask your friends and family. They're all going to tell you no. Now, remember, you waste $50 every other day. I watch people in this office go to Del Taco every friggin' day, $8 to $10. They piss away $60 a week, and they're fat and ugly. Okay? Not all are ugly. What can I say? They're not healthy. I mean, is that good to eat that crap? But what can I say? I got to pick on them, too. So here's a card in my hand for $5,000. If I max this sucker out today, the payment's $50 a month. So what the average person pisses away every other day, they could have had a safety credit card. Let's use some common sense. They say the average person wastes $140 a week. If that's true, that's $600 a month. These two cards in my hand are $50,000 a piece. If I max them out, they're $612.26 on a payment. Even during a pandemic, I could have got two pizza restaurants with a drive-through. Okay? And I could have maintained that too and not brought the pain home. You got choices today. Step number 6. 19 more to go. So let's pretend today you want to reach your goals. You're going to have to believe in yourself. I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet, I've been kicking the door jamb since I was 10. Used to kick the basketball hoop, and that's only 10 feet. If you notice in that picture, I kicked at the lights that night. That were 10 and a half feet. The Guinness Book of Records guy kind of pissed me off. I scared him. He ran out of the room. So let's remember something today. See it, believe it, go get it. God gave us a gift and a dream. Let's go get it. When someone says white man can't jump, are you kidding me? I hold the record till the day. So we got the choice to play the game. Now let's go back to all of you and me. See, when I was a kid, I tried to classify myself as an adult. I went to court twice. I was 14 and a half. I graduated Tewico Junior High. I was ordered to get a job, so I went to work for Lucky's while I'm at Orange Cones College, driving a Lamborghini. They all thought I was born in a rich family, not looking. I was living in a garage converted. I lived at 1074 Reading Avenue, Costa Mesa, 92626. That man was the inventor of video pong. He was kind of a jerk. But you know, when I got my first paycheck at Lucky Supermarket, I got that big check coming in. I planned all my bills too, just like you. What happened next? What happened to my damn check? You forgot. They get their cut before you get the leftover. Isn't that fun? The IRS got their hands in your pocket too. They get their cut, you get the leftover. Now it's quack, quack, you're a duck, you're a duck. So you got that, you got your 1040 tax return, and you keep bringing the damn pain home. Why don't we knock that off starting today? Because I'm going to show you where the IRS gives you the choice to play the game. But again, what can I say? Nixon, he took the gold standard out. All right? And you know what that meant? They can print all the money they want ever since that day. And that means they're using us as a bond, $35 million a piece, and they print money off every one of us. There's a clock online, who's dying, who's living. All right? That's how they can bond money. They count it because we're sheep. Now remember, Ray Reynolds, the credit hour. Yeah, I'm having fun. Aren't you having fun too? All right, what can I do for you? You want to know how to do divisions, and you're the guy that asked the question. Go to the damn class. Okay, that's why I have a university in the class. Step by step, steppity step. Okay? You see, when I went to law school, it's very simple. It's called billable hours. I'm $3,000 an hour and $25,000 a day. Right now, you get me for free. So do yourself a favor, sign up for the class, call the office, 800-510-3338. If not, you don't get to learn since I wrote the rules. See, you get them from the horse's mouth with the horse's you-know-what. Isn't that fun? But again, it's a choice. All right, have a blessed day. So, you know, it's really weird. You raise rules. I'm going to live by them. I wish I had to raise rules when I was a kid. I want to give you 2 cards. Is that okay? How about they're up to 100,000? You use 29%. Yeah, all right, listen carefully. If you use 29%, the reason I say 100,000 is this: you need basically 1 to 2 years of salary on credit. So 29% leaves you 71,000 of safety credit. Blank hits the fan, lost a job or pandemic. Feed your family up to 2 years. When you take the money and credit from your family to start a business, I think that is the stupidest thing you could do. It never worked. And you brought the damn pain home even to you. It's ridiculous. Okay? I don't get that. It makes no damn sense. So never bring the pain home. Don't use your personal money and credit. Knock it off. Learn how to play the game. It's raise rules step number 7. It's easy to do. Now, me, it's simple. Okay? I don't know why I'm alive still. I've been shot twice. All right? Knifed 6 times. I'm in a coma at 5.5 years old. Okay? Literally, I live on Delane Street in Torrance. You ought to Google it, the big friggin' hill. Okay? Now, I didn't get a mommy and daddy like most people. So the kids are riding their bicycles. I asked if I could ride the bicycle. Could I borrow one? I have this weird thing. I used to freak people out. I can do what you do, memorize it, and do it better than you in about 5 minutes. I did it that day. And you know what happened next? I should have did it for 6 more minutes. See, I didn't realize the brake was the pedal going backwards. You know, the brake that day was my face going pop on the curb. My first coma. Congratulations to me. Shit. I woke up from the coma, 5.5 years old, a couple of days later. The lady's ringing a bell in my face. She says, "You got to go pee-pee. I'll take you pee-pee. By the way, you're paralyzed. You can't work. You can't lift. You can't walk." She didn't come to me to go pee-pee that day. I rolled off the couch, bloody mess everywhere. I grabbed that stupid shag carpet, if you remember shag carpet, and I grabbed it and I pulled myself to the toilet. I went to go pee-pee. The reality is, the voice inside said, "Get up," and I got up. Guess what? I could walk. I don't want you to listen to stupid people. Another point. My last coma was 2009, worth billions of dollars. I get to die at 541. Are you kidding me? And our tax person tricked my wife to sign a POA? That kind of sucks. So here's the goal. Why don't you Google the address right in front of you? 3202 Portofino Circle, Huntington Beach. Largest U-Dock in the harbor. I never go for the littlest one. So there I am in a coma. I'm hearing them ask my wife if I'm a donor. They're going to rip out my heart. But then I'm given a choice, stay in peace or go back that day. So when I said go back, finally came out of the coma, walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks, put my score back to an 820, and I popped another $1 million card again. You see, I have closet divisions. You got 4 ways to get to millionaire status. It's easy. You can win the lottery. Good luck. 98% screwed that up in 3 years. You can get a raise. Heck, you can inherit the money too. Or you can let me rebuild you right away. I bet you it's faster if I do it for you. So do you want one of these? Please tell me. Would you like a $100,000 ink card? Would you like a spark card for $30,000 to $100,000? Would you like a gold or a platinum for the corporation and write off the interest rate in the credit card? Let me know. Because if you have a corporation, I guarantee you, you don't have a cash credit, and you probably don't have any damn credit at all because you don't know how to play. All right? Play with me today. I'll teach you how to play. 5 closet divisions is what I got. See, a division's a legal person. All right? It's public record. I like that. But again, it's your choice as you play the game. So, credit saved my life. Okay? And I like personal and business credit to offset the taxes on the corporation interest rate. We got choices. Repackage a new house, car, bank account. Ray Reynolds, Credit Hour, how can I help you? You want $1 million of credit. That sounds great. I laugh because everybody wants $1 million. Okay? All right, it's $100,000. Can you sell me that money now? Oh, you don't have 100,000? Come on, you want $1 million. See, in other words, you have to ask for something that's realistic. Okay, I might take 3 to 6 months to rebuild you, to get you up to 100,000 of personal credit, corporate divisions. All right, it's faster. I don't care if it takes a year. It's faster than you've been doing it in your life. How old are you? You're 52. Well, guess what? You haven't done it yet. Why don't you give me a year before it's too late? But it's up to you. See, you can get rebuilt. It's not hard to do when you know how to play. I mean, I can guarantee it. But again, it'll set you free. All right, 800-510-3338. Repackaging your house, your car, your bank account. By the way, that's one of my houses. That's one of my cars. My first car was the Lamborghini Countach. What'd you drive? Hey, I stole someone's birth certificate when I was 14 and a half. I'm driving a Lamborghini. Boom, boom. I like that. Now, I want you to meet my cat. My cat's name was Sam. This article went in the Daily News, and I was the opening show for the Daily Journal and all kinds of stuff. And heck, I've been on That's Incredible 3 times, too. Isn't that fun? I built credit for my cat. Meow. All right, why? Because I want to prove my damn point. Look at Inc. Magazine. I'm in that article. That's Ray Reynolds in that magazine for Inc. Magazine, all about me. Using plastic, as it says, to build your business. So as we build cash credit, right off the interest rate in the credit card. Would you like one? But again, God's delays are never God's denials. You get to play. And he gave it to me to give you. So remember, we got one SSN. We're all ducks, quack, 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 and sheep. But now you can grow up. You don't have to be a duck. Corporation gets a tax ID equals 1120. Now there's the problem with that. In 1985, I wrote the rules and tools about divisions in the process. See, a division of a corporation is a legal person that's entitled to an SS4 too. So the line of defense, like the banks and the grocery stores do it. So if you want to play, learn from me. You get it from the horse's mouth for the horse, you know what. But again, that's your choice as we play. Now let's pretend today you're listening with both ears and they're turned up really good. And I write you a check for $1 million. See, Richard, one survivor, and one of my clients, the first show, almost died twice. He didn't listen. He went to prison for 3.5 years. Okay, so let's pay attention. If I write you a check for $1 million now, where are you going to bank the check? Oh, you're going to put in your SSN or SS4? See, the reason people lose the lottery money within 6 years or less is they don't know how to play with money. So if I wrote you a check for $1 million, you have to only get to keep $375. The rest goes in the IRS's pocket. If you had a corporation, corporations can keep all the money. They don't pay any tax until they make a profit. So then you have pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance, policy, company car, on and more. See, every time, Tiger Woods gets that 150, foot yacht, it's offset taxes, and the mooring fees are $100,000 a month. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Isn't that fun? But again, it's up to you. So you got choices how to play. Step number 8 today. So as we play the game, you're standing there in the middle and going, SSN, quack, quack, quack. SS4, no tax until you're profitable. Amazon didn't pay any tax on $1 trillion. Why wouldn't you? You get to play the game too, and this is the public record of the IRS. So guess what? If you master the rules and tools, you get to play. Now Mary, she broke my heart. Mary came to me after she screwed it all up. Mary said she gave $10,000 to her CPA and attorney. I asked why. The attorney to look at the lease on the building for the restaurant. The CPA to, make sure the books are good. I said, so they sit there going, they didn't do a damn thing. I'm sorry. They have to learn how to be an entrepreneur. Mary's biggest problem is she started the restaurant. She used $98,000 of her personal credit. She dropped her perfect 810 score to a 591. She called the CPA and attorney and said, what happened? They still sat there going, being a bunch of idiots. Okay? You got to know how to play the game. What Mary didn't know, she should have been a CFO before she started the restaurant. When I wrote rules and tools for divisions like the grocers and the banks do, the idea came to me when I worked for Lucky Supermarket. Every grocery store is a number, every branch number for a bank. I want to figure out how can I set that up to make sense. If she was a CFO for a division All right, instead of herself, the bankruptcy of the corporation, she lost the restaurant. She bankrupt personally lost her house. Her husband divorced her 9 months ago. Mary's got a broken heart. I'm rebuilding her and trying to get her husband to be nice again. He says, I love her, but she took us down. Okay? And I don't like that. I said, hey, my wife signed a POA and signed over $3 billion, and I'm still married to her. Don't give me excuses. All right? She knows how to play now. Okay? Simple. So I got specialty classes on Saturday, too. There are 9 of them, usually at 2:30 in the afternoon. Now, let's look at grocery stores and banks. Hey, how about Sam's Club? See, you can relate to these because you see them in your city? Wells Fargo, B of A, Chase, and grocery store. So let's think. Sam's Club shut down 63 locations in California 2 years before pandemic number 19. 1,910 across the globe. So they shut them down, sucked the assets out, sold that, bankrupted, and got a tax credit from our government for screwing up. You screw up, you go home and go boo-hoo-hoo. See, why don't you learn how to play the game? They're using branch numbers, tax IDs, and subsidiaries. I want you to learn how to use divisions and tax IDs. That's half the fun. Step number 9. So as we played the game, it's like when you heard cities file bankruptcy in the past, what did you do? I went down to the Santa Ana Federal Court building the next day. I did not believe that Robert Sitcron was to blame for Orange County's bankruptcy. I thought that was a lie. And I found it was. Now I want you to focus. I always look behind the curtain. So what happens is the United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called what? Cities. So let's understand. All right, in our government, cities and states, all right, and everything they do, the United States of America, they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. In other words, they're planning, if there's a problem, have a backup to bankrupt the debts of a city and stay in business. Just because you have a bad day doesn't mean you bring the pain home. That'd make no sense. Let's look at Apple. Apple Computer in 1997 files bankruptcy, out of business. Okay? So as you learn that, no problem. Now, let's remember, Bill Gates was indicted 4 times for a monopoly. Here's the indictment in front of you. Mr. Gates saved Apple's assets. He wrote a check for $150 million on a line of credit. In other words, it cost him nothing to write the check because borrow money is not taxable. Okay? And they got to pay back their own loan to Mr. Gates to the line of credit, and they wrote it all off. Now there were trillions. So you could play. Again, what I want you to look at is your SSN. I want you to look at your SS4. Then I want you to Google the word bankruptcy. That's right. I don't have any intent to defraud, neither do you. Just want to take care of my family too, like you, right? So, Google bankruptcy. It'll give you the choice, SSN, SS4. SSN, that means we're ducks, quack, quack, quack. SS4, corporate division. If banks and grocery stores can bankrupt locations, branch numbers, you can learn to have a backup too. The problem is you gave yourself no backup. That's why you became the duck. Quack, quack, quack. You brought the pain home. Step number 10. From here, we're allowed 1 SSN. We're allowed 1 SS4. But divisions are entitled to more, so I can multiply that credit times as many as I want to. Usually 16. Getting to $1 million of credit, up to you. So remember, we get 1 SSN, quack, quack, quack like ducks. Tax ID is the opportunity to try again. Ray Reynolds, Credit Hour, how can I help you? Okay. So, you're a client from when? Okay, you're a client from 1999? No, 2000. Okay. So, you used to go to the Cerritos location in Anaheim? Okay. That sounds great. So, how can I help you? Okay, I heard you were dead. It looks like I'm dead. Maybe I'm in a coma still. Okay, I'm not dead. When I came out of coma, 9 people were saying they were me, a lie. Okay, pretending it's like, give me a break. Okay, and people started rumor I was dead. I've been back on KNX since basically 2011. So no, I'm not dead. So you went back in the program. All right, and you love me. Okay. Did you tell your wife you love me? All right, she might not like that. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I got 2 calls coming at once. I love that. Okay, so you love what I did for you. You did good. Okay, so get back into the program. Get into the classes. Can you get any credit for what you paid me 20 years ago? No. Okay. Once you finish the class, you pay for another class to go again. Okay, got to try? Well, at least you tried, right? Go to the free ones or call the office and get into the program. It's up to you. 800-510-3338. All right. Have a blessed day. So, we don't have to be ducks. Tax ID. As long as I'm trying, I'm not dying. If I'm not trying, I might as well be dead. So I can win the battle. Give it a hell of a try. Now, here's chapter 18. Now, this is what I found when I went to the library at 7.5 years old. Because I heard the word, corporation's a legal person at the Hope family. Because, there's the poker game. They told me I was weird. Probably true. When I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department, that librarian wasn't nice to me. I asked what this meant, and it said a corporation's a legal person. She said, here's a McAfee, here's a book. Slammed the book down. She's not very nice. I read the book, then I got pissed off. I was trying to get out of hell. All right, nobody wanted to help me. So I read the book and found that there's no blueprint and rules and tools that don't exist today unless you get it through me. Simple. I went back to the library almost every day till I was 9.5 years old. Looking at books, she finally gave me 2 or 3 at a time. She was afraid I'm going to steal them, I guess. So the reality is this: I couldn't find a blueprint, so I created my own. I sent away a little money order. Because as you can see in the law, it's public record, definition is a legal person. A corporation is a legal person may sue or be sued. That's all it says. Big deal. I started Helping Hand Industries when I was 9.5. I sent away a little money order. Okay, so I knew the articles were free back then too. Why do people spend thousands for a damn piece of paper they get free, pay a filing fee? I got credit cards in the mail. They're sending them to people and they're sending it to a corporation. I don't know why. From there, it's simple. I got named to the movie Dave. That was nice. So I started my first corporation. See, all corporations are great. But if they get sued, they sue you. If you do a division, it gives you the line of defense. So the mistakes people make about divisions, as someone's asking how to set up division. Okay, the most problem we have with people. You're paying more than a filing fee. That's ridiculous. You're killing money. You use your home address. It's called dumb. You name it after you. Double Dum Dum 2. And then you basically name it for what it does. And then, the problem is you don't have divisions. All right. And the bottom line is the wrong type usually. So again, corporation could be good if you know how to play. But that's up to you. Ultimate goal is up to you. I want you to focus on cash credit. Write off the interest rate in the credit card. But again, rebuilding you, $750, corporate credit, divisions, franchise divisions, maybe duplex leveraging money, real estate, whatever you want to do. Have the money to do it. So the bottom line is getting all that credit. So let's focus. Here's an SS4. I want every one of you to download one today to find I'm factually verifiable too. So it says application and employee identification number. Line 1 says legal name of entity or individual person who's requesting. So we can build credit. The biggest problem is learning to build credit with tax ID. As an affiliate, I get to poppity-pop using up to $10 million of history for you. But again, that's up to you too. As we structure, I get to build personal, SSN, SS4. Corporation, division, subsidiary, more. It's up to you. Now, I'm going to tell you, inquiries scare me. Most dashboards will tell you after 6 inquiries in 180 days, it's an automatic denial. So inquiries on my dashboard, because I'm an affiliate, I get to do a peekaboo. If it says no, it's not the time. Let's figure out what we got to do to make it right. So we do a peekaboo. When it says yes, then I pick you a card. See, I can get you one of these up to 1 million or even 10 sister cards. How many would you like? But again, that's up to you. They even allow for the divisions right there in your face too. Isn't that fun? So we can build as much. Now, if you have a corporation currently, I'll build your corp for you if you want. I'll get you cash credit to it. I'll rebuild your personal life too. Not hard to do. Simple. If you don't have a corp, I'll give you the starter package. This is for beginners. I'm going to rebuild the credit, rapid rescore, get you a 750 score or more. Articles are free. Also is tax ID, setup, and level 1. I want you to go to class up to 90 days on Wednesday and Saturday, live classes at 10 a.m. I want to give you $10,000 of cash credit back. $10,000. I want you to get 10 times your money. On the broadcast, I always give 50% discount because normally this is $2,000. So if you get and you basically invest $999 in Zelle now, I'm going to rebuild your personal and business life and give you $10,000 of credit. Okay, that's a broadcast price for you. If you want $25,000 of cash credit, it's very simple. All right, it's called Millionaires in the Making. This is the serious program. So then the office normally charges about $5,000. I always discount it half, again, $2,499 to me. If you Zelle now too, you get 10 times your money back. And I don't take payments. It's paid in full. You get the other program. All right, this is not Kmart, so the broadcast price for you. But the bottom line is very simple, getting that cash credit. It's always going to be Zelle, now. Ultimate goal, simple. Now, I got to incorporate a lot of rich and famous people. It was fun. Dr. Lucky and I, we set up a hospital in Fiji Islands for gum disease because they're all dying because of the water. Until I got Arnold on the board, people didn't want to pay attention. From Michael, Kirk Conveying, didn't matter if it's Mr. Clinton or a Fishborn and Mama too. I got to incorporate all of them like I want to incorporate you. So the bottom line is rich and famous people. I've been training for 44 years. So rebuild you, 750, tax ID, we're getting cash credit reports. Now, programs. I set up one for people coming out of prison. So what I did is I put the rapid refresh in place, block it. Okay, here's Freeway Ricky Ross after 20 years in prison from my neighborhood. All right, I literally got him 2 golds and 2 platinum cards to get him up to $4 million of credit now. That's what I did for him, which I can do for you. I did it in about 6 months. From there, Thomas was in prison for 26 years. All right, after I got him the credit within 5 months, he started building his dump truck business, doing millions of dollars a year. But again, that's up to you. So beat your doubt, run your race, and don't get in your own way. Because the only one holding you back today will be you. Step number 11. Now, getting past go, I can show you all the goodies, God's gift. I can show you park the race boats and the yachts in the backyard, helicopter, Lamborghini, building too. The ultimate goal is getting people to set up in level 1. That way they learn how to play the game and learn the rules and tools. So it's a corp in 3 divisions. Always focus on that. It's how we multiply credit, getting the cash credit and write it all off. Ultimate goal. Now, if you want the Millionaires Founders Kit, I used to sell at the Bonaventure for 32 years. It's 12 books and 12 CDs. It gives you the tools and rules up to the 1,000 steps for you. But again, that's up to you, getting cash credit to a corporation. So 12 books, 12 CDs. All right, used to sell for $5,000. Office sells it for $1,000. All right, because this month's my birthday month, we're discounting it to 12 books and CDs, literally to $399 to you during a broadcast price. Okay, if it's Zelle, and we ship it right away like today. So now, I have a problem with privacy. You give out your driver's license where you live, and that's a mistake, I believe. But again, I've been pushing that ever since what happened to Rebecca years ago. Your driver's license should be P.O. Box or mailing address, up to you. We should always remember, Ray's rules, never bring the pain home. You even have the right to look at the Driver's Privacy Protection Act if you want to. So that's step 12. Now, divisions were important to me because when I came back from Berkeley in 81, I didn't want 5 corporations, and I finally put it together literally in 85, all right, because of what I did for, Lucky Supermarket. Multiple functions, disconnect, isolate, incorporate. The tenants, different divisions. A corporation is what a legal person get cash credit, but a division under the corporation is entitled to do that too. Ultimate goal. Now, if you want, I got you a gold card up to $1 million. Would you like 9 sister cards? See, you brought the pain home because you're the only person. You're the duck. Okay? But a corporation can have a line of defense, and they can all be the ducks. So in other words, if you lost one, you got 8 more to go, set up another one too. Division should have a piece of property, maybe a franchise. So you got the ability to play the game if you want to. That's why I wrote books called Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing, Become the Bank. Because you can learn how to play pretty quickly. But that's up to you. As we structure, keep in mind, again, here's the mistakes people make, probably you. You went to the car dealership, they sweated you for 5 hours. Okay, you basically lost, 5 inquiries, 9 inquiries, lost $5,000. What you should always remember, when they hand you the piece of paper and say, we need to fill it out, all right, and you hand it back, all right, you want to control the inquiry. So when you sign it, next to that should be allows it to pull in one inquiry. Take a picture. The goal is you should always make sure you control that, because they make $120 for every inquiry they do on you, and they're going to drop your score. So now you can't get any more. Step 13. As we play, please write down fleet price, tax ID, division. When you're truly an entrepreneur in corporation structure, if you try to write off your personal card, good luck with that. If it's done my way, it doesn't show up on personal credit reports. It is completely a corporate car, so it's a full write-off. But again, it's your choice. I have the keys, but it's not my car. So the problem you have today is the bumpity bumps. The number one lawsuit right now is people bumpity bumping cars. So let's pretend today you went to the grocery store or the bank and you had a bumpity bump. The reality is that person's going to scream their head off. Why? Because there's cameras everywhere. They want to put on a show. And then they're going to say driver's license, insurance, registration. Here you go. Get your home address on it. That's not good. The insurance that you pay for your car to drive today, I'll bet you it's out of your paycheck. Corporation can pay for it before tax was considered. But no matter what I say or do, the bottom line is your car's registered to you. Quack, 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 you're a duck. Those 44 bloodsucker attorneys. Ray Reynolds, the Credit Hour, how can I help you? Can you take your car and change a registered owner? Yes, you can. You can go to AAA.com or DMV.com. Or when you trade it in. Just remember, you have to be a CFO, and they're going to make you sign your name about 28 times. And you put CFO on the behalf of the corporation. But you should also buy the car at fleet price and under tax ID. Okay, yeah, you learn that basically in goal setting and other classes on Saturday. Okay. All right. Would you like the phone number to the office? No? You already have it? Okay. Have a blessed day. All right. So our goal is not to be a duck. Plan the problem. Because if you don't plan the problem, when they sue you, guess what you have to do? You got to duck. And that's just no fun. So I want you to focus on a couple things. If the registered owner is a division and they have to sue the division, they don't sue you, they usually get diddly squat. Why not? Step 14. So if I look at the car, I can get a car under tax ID and fleet price. That's the goal. Now, I started doing real estate as a kid because it was fun. I was really weird. I was doing all kinds of fun stuff that would, if they knew my age, they wouldn't know. Hey, you could do that? See, I had a beard at 12. So when I bought properties, my problem, I could get number 18. They kept throwing in my face loan to value problem. Once I transferred them to divisions, and the loan to value separated the piece and liability. See, I want you to understand, your paycheck should be a break even off your house payment. Now, corporations never pay tax until they make a profit. It doesn't matter if it's Amazon, whoever it is, billions and trillions. So they're not doing loopholes. They're playing the game what they're allowed to. So let's understand when we look at trillionaires who have their spaceships. You got 3 of them that have their spaceships. Okay. But what are they doing? They're doing exactly what the Internal Revenue Service Incorporated allows them to do. So you can complain or you can join the club. That's up to you. I've been training them for 44 years. It's kind of fun. But again, let's meet Carl here. Carl makes $500 million a year income. But what he has a line of credit at Bank of America, $1.2 billion. Because the debt offsets the income, he never pays state or federal tax. That didn't mean he had to use it. He didn't abuse it. He just doesn't pay any corporate tax. It doesn't matter if it's Federal Express, Nike, UPS, Dish, I don't care who it is. They don't pay corporate tax, period. State or federal. They know how to play. That's what you need to learn to do. But again, this is sponsored by racecredit.com, 800-536-3216. So don't forget the 9 classes on the weekends, always especially at 2:30. Give you a statement of guarantee. Half the pages in red ink to pay attention. That's the ultimate goal. I'm going to do a rapid refresh, block stuff, build credit. I'm going to get your score from 40 to 200 points. All right, that's the goal. What we've got to do flat out is get you 100% to 10 times your money back. All right, personal or business credit. So again, we want to build the cash credit because it's free money right off the interest rate in the credit card. Because that's how we finance our American dream, and we're allowed to. The bottom line is every one of you don't have cash credit yet unless I build it for you. It's simple. All right, now if you gotta just want to do credit rebuilding, $4.99. Rapid rescore. You get a $1,000 cash card. You get a $4.99 price, twice your money back. All right, literally it's a $750 score. It's guaranteed. It's a broadcast price for you. And what happens is very simple. I'm going to give you a cash card on your credit report as we rebuild it. From there, step 15. 10 more to go. It's a Zell. As you do this, if you need the starter package, okay, we still got to rebuild you. All right, rapid rescore, all the pieces, articles, also tax ID, and setup in level 1. I get silly people every day. Well, I don't want personal credit. I want corporate credit. Good. You got your magic wand. Every cash application asks for a CFO. Come down to earth. Okay? Period. You're not getting cash credit unless you're a qualified CFO. Period. $10,000 of credit. Normally charge $2,000. It's a discounted price on a webinar for $9.99 to give you 10 times your money back. Guaranteed. Again, from there, getting the cash credit. Millionaire in the making, difference is same things, but it has $25,000 of cash credit. All right, it's $5,000 normally. Have price is $24.99. So the ultimate goal is giving you literally 10 times your money back. All right, broadcast price with me directly. And what happens is it's called a Zell now. So as we build this, run your race through a corporation or in conjunction, okay? Because it's the only way you're going to get to millionaire status, step number 16. Next thing is pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. My favorite car, first one I ever got on the planet, was on 14.5. So your paycheck today is taxable income. You pay payment, gas, registration, insurance. I would be yelling no, because I think you should be driving a company car like I do. Boom, boom. You have a bad day? This is the key to that white one right there, an LP640. Bum, 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 bum. I don't think we're going to have a bad day. Because once you start that sucker up, you never remember the bad things. You have fun. All right? Let it set you free. Step number 17 today. So go ahead and get an SS4 today. I want you to make sure I'm factually verifiable. Line 10 says banking and credit purposes on the tax ID. The next thing all you have to do is understand that's public record from the IRS to you. So number 18 is go to irs.gov and download an SS4 form. That's all you got to do. So you can understand, quack, quack, you don't have to be a dog. So when we look at the United States of America Incorporated, they had planned the problem too. They set up their states. They set up their divisions. They planned the problem. If literally they have a problem, they invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy to get rid of the debts and stay in business. They planned the problem. You got to realize you are we the people. We the people. Your choice is simple. As you play the game. Nixon took the gold standard out, gave him the key to the printing press. Ever since that day, every woman at the hospital who delivered a baby is handed an SSN form. If she don't sign that form, that baby and her cannot be released from that hospital, period. So the baby's not going in the stroller of the car, she can't go home. So again, you got to learn how to play. SSN, SS4 divisions. The ability to build more credit. The ability, now online, you're going to see these bogus websites. You don't have to guarantee. That's a bunch of BS. You have to realize that's a big lie. Getting cash credit, cards or lines of credit, you have to be a qualified CFO. That's the way it works. So again, I want to requalify your CFO. I want to make sure you don't bring the pain home, and look at the Fair Lending Act. See, it'll say that literally the trade lines are fraud. Again, your choices. You need to write off the interest rate in the credit card. Ultimate goal, CFO. All that free money and credit to finance the American dream. Your choice is very simple. So it's like when you buy your house, it should be escrow, closed, homestead, trust. If it's not, when you're sued, they take it away. When you die, it's stuck into probate, and your family got diddly squat. Unfortunately, that's what happened. So the reality is going to be up to you. If you fix up properties, you should set up and realize one thing: you don't hire that contractor. The contractor hire the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. If they cut corners, slip and fall, what's going to happen? They're going to sue you and take everything you got too. Plan the problem like I told you to. Every property should be quitclaim deed to a division. Quitclaim deed and basically protect the equity, called assignment of equity. So at the end of the day, if they try to sue you, why don't we make sure they get diddly squat? Now look up into irrevocable trust. That's what I like, but that's up to you too. Step number 19, 6 more to go. So people tell me all the time, I don't want to pay tax. I tell them flat out, stop. Understand you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. Corporations don't pay tax, so they make a profit. So get your butt back into the system, irs.gov, 656, 433 A and B. Get that free money, all right, and basically don't bring the pain home again back in the system. That is step 20. So if we fix up properties or buy something at wholesale price, remember, you're going to want to basically set up the divisions. So that way you don't have to pay things for 30, 60, 90 days, and you want to save literally, all right, anywhere from up to 70%. And that's the ultimate goal, saving the money. So the ultimate goal is for you. So remember, we don't want to pay a bill till it's 30, 60, 90 days. So let's understand that. We want to basically get an open account. When we fix up the properties, and that's what we do, okay, escrow pays off the debt. The leftover comes to you, hopefully the corporation instead. You now have up to $200,000 left over. Okay, what are you going to do with the money? Most people kind of piss it away. I want you to use Ray's rules, leverage the money, borrow money's untaxable, set up the line of defense. I want you to focus on step 21 called blackjack. Now, here's my building when I died in my coma. It was only 22,000 square feet, Irvine Spectrum, 1 Technology Drive, Irvine, California. 2 stories, 22,000. Bank would be at the office all the time going, We had other locations doing up to $1 million a day. Remember, when you got money, the bank always wants to keep your assets. You're going to have a pot. You know what? They don't know your name. Let's do this. Let's go get that cash credit that you want. As we structure, banks borrow from the feds, all right, up to times 10, loan back 5 to you. If you took that money of that escrow, all right, leveraged it, you would have got up to $3 million of money. You would have got to McDonald's for free, by the way. Again, that's up to you. Structure. Corporation should be literally a management company, managing divisions. Again, we look at Wells Fargo, Chase, B of A, grocery stores. You have to master the disconnect, isolate, incorporate. That way you can set up the pieces in case one gets screwed up. You don't want to bring the pain home ever. So your ability is tax ID divisions. That's the goal as we structure step 22. What are you willing to lose? In other words, I can't hurt my family. Corporation, if they sue it, they come after you. If you have divisions, it creates a line of defense. If we play chess today, we want to win. We're going to lose a couple pieces. But at the end of the day, we're all going to get checkmate. Isn't that what our goal is? Checkmate, win, ultimate goal, step 23. So let's look. I like the goodies. All right, I always show the goodies because I think most people online are the social blah, blah, full of blah, blah, blah. Me, it's very simple. I want you to reach the dream. I want you to think to be the impossible. I want you to use Ray's rules. And I want you to let me build you up to a millionaire corporation. I want you to structure this. Corp in 3 divisions, multiplying the credit. That's how you get it. That's how you go get it too. How did the 14th Amendment turn corporations into people? United States of America Incorporated. Set up 50 states, set up basically cities, their corporations, line of defense. You need to set up your line of defense to quit bringing the pain home and finance that American dream. Ultimate goal, winning the battle. So we have the ability to play. After this, our goal is to get you in setup in level 1. I do on Wednesdays and Saturday at 10 a.m. Ultimate goal, getting that cash credit. That way we can finance that business. If you want the rules and tools and 12 books and CDs, it's called the Millionaires Founders Kit. 12 books, CDs, shows you step by step by step, and then you get into workshops, you play with me too. Ultimate goal is up to you. Today, because it's the birthday month for me, it's offered at $399. All right, so you get to save $600 today if you Zell now. But that's going to be up to you as well as you structure. Next thing is we have to do a couple things. Let's remember, never have joint credit. Makes no sense. You buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporation, you set up your line of defense, all right, for your real estate, your franchise, your current business. All right, you got to create that line of defense. That way you don't bring the pain home. You got to use Ray's rules. Very simple to do. My goal is to make sure you get all the cash credit you need to build whatever type of American dream you have. And you don't bring the pain home again. Corporation, 3 divisions. You got to focus to modify that too. Step 24. Last and final step, rebuilding you to a 750, 100,000 corp and divisions. Maybe do franchise, duplex, leveraging money. It's going to be up to you. Our ultimate goal is getting that cash credit. So rebuilding, simple. If that's all you want, up to a 750, it's $499 today. You get a $1,000 card. Okay, you get double your money back. $750 broadcast price, and you get a $1,000 cash card at the end of the program. It's a Zell. If you want me to build the one you got, I'll do that too, getting the cash credit for you. If not, get into what's called the starter package for beginners. Credit rebuilding, rapid score, articles, also as tax ID, set up in level 1, 90 days, Wednesdays and Saturdays at 10 a.m. 10,000 of cash credit. That way you basically, normally it's 2,000. With the broadcast price of $9.99, you get 10 times your money back. The millionaire in the making, the only difference is that comes at $25,000 of cash credit. And that's the only difference with that. So if you want millionaires in the making for $25,000, normally $5,000. All right, broadcast price is half price of $24.99. Ultimate goal, we build you up, give you 10 times your money back too. At the end of the day, it's always going to be Zell, because that's what needs to be done. All right, that way we don't deal with credit cards and your privacy and all that stuff. And you Zell now. So remember, you could be the corporate millionaire in 2022 if you allow me to rebuild you, getting you that cash credit, offsetting the interest rate and the credit card too. So stay safe, stay strong, do your best while Jesus does the rest. I mean, amen to that too. So at the end of the day, number 25 is make sure you have the office number, 800-510-3338. See, what we got to do is we got to do our best all through the day while God does the rest. Ultimate goal is very simple. All right, I'm into that too. And remember one thing, at the end of the day, it's very simple. All right, God loves us all.